Okay, this message is for Collective Prime. Collective Prime is the more advanced level spiritualists. So if you haven't gone to the bottom of yourself and come back out again, this message isn't for you. Okay, Collective Prime. These cards came out in like quick succession and kind of like aggressively. So, what is happening and what I'm feeling out there is that an awakening has occurred, an activation is happening. I don't know if it's mass or if it's just powerful people. It's hard to tell. It's hard to tell how many there are. But anyway, the idea is that part of our call to action right now is to help be guides for these people. So the cards that came out, so starting with agape, which is the selfless love, that is something we excel at. The desert, going back to the desert. Remember, awakenings happen in destitution. Awakenings and activations can happen in destitution. So we have to remember the threshold. These people are crossing a threshold. A lot of them are still here. Like they've poked their head out and then they've kind of gone back in a little bit because it's scary. Like this seems very wide and luminous and overwhelming. It seems like too much. And so a lot of them are just kind of like right in this little area here. They're starting to feel it. Because remember, it pulls you in a way that is undeniable. It's uncomfortable to deny the call. And so, like the next thing that came out is the castle. So for a lot of this castle and then pilgrim. So for a lot of the people that this is happening to right now, they are coming from, while it's a desert, it's usually going to be a desert in one way, but not the other. So for example, emotional desert, spiritual desert, luxury living. Does that make sense? Something like that, where it's like there's something about their situation that is out of alignment. Like opulence and then nothing. So there's something in there where it's like maybe they seem really popular, maybe they have a lot of followers online, but like in their personal lives, they are alone in a sea of dirt, right? And then the pilgrim. So this is the call for them. This misalignment has cracked them open and they're now being called to travel. In some cases physically, but most of it is just going to be energetically. And this thread, each of you that I'm talking to, you know who's on the other side of this thread. Whether it's a collective or a person or something. This is you and this is them right here. You understand? We're gonna guide them out because we are healers. Moving past the empathic, the psychic, moving past that to the place in which we have this, the selfless love. But remember the lessons you've learned of boundaries, of self-care, of only giving to others what spills out of your cup, never depleting your own cup. You have to remember these things. But in some way, in whatever way is available to you, if it's through posting online, if it's through writing, if it's through art, in whatever way that you have already been called to kind of give your message. You're being called to do it now with this person or collective in mind. Somebody who is awakening. I'm going to read this card to you. Just part of it. Actually, first I want to read a little bit of the healer. The healer's mission becomes to move through the comfort of forgetting, through the veils of ignorance and denial, to reveal the radiance that already exists. Where was I? The radiance that already exists. The healer approaches this in multiple ways from multiple angles, knowing the cycle of healing is never linear. It's a multi-layered and circuitous process, always leading back to its own origin, much like the Ouroboros, or the tail-eating snake. Right? Like in Dante's, not Dante's Inferno, the allegory of the cave, where he leaves the cave, sees the light, and then comes back in. This is what's happening here. But you don't go back in. You just have to remember what it was like to be in there. You don't go down there with them. That's codependent. You've learned that lesson, right? You don't go into the darkness with somebody else. You maintain your light. And you say, I remember what that was like. I remember. You're going to be okay. Bit by bit. You're going to be okay. And whatever they need, whatever's on the end of your red thread, whatever it is that they need to hear, tell them that. Your experience is specific. They're tethered to you for a reason, because you are exactly what they need. You specifically. Your experiences specifically. How you speak specifically. How you look specifically. Okay? All right. The awakening. This is not about you. This is about the person on the other end of your thread. Okay? I'm reading this so that you remember. You remember what this is like. You are going through a period of awakening. Things are changing within you and at many levels. You're starting to remember ancient truths and discovering more and more about who you are and why you incarnated. You may find that you are experiencing past life flashbacks, seeing the invisible thread that is woven through all of life, right? Like some of these people may be seeing this for the first time. They may be realizing their connectedness for the first time. That's how I was. Seeing the invisible thread that is woven through all life, or even feeling a Kundalini Shakti rise through your body from the base of your spine. The most important thing for this time is not to overthink it and to stay grounded. Remember to teach them your grounding. Share your experiences with like-soul people while you consciously integrate them. Journal and pay attention to your dreams. You're remembering your soul gifts. You are remembering, and your soul gifts are emerging. Remember, these people might be coming online for the first time. Look back at any journals that you had. Look back at anything that can remind you of what this experience was like for you the first time around. During this time of transition and awakening, you may be called to devote yourself to being of service. There are ideas, truths, concepts, books, and creations waiting to be birthed into this world. Stay open to receiving them. Pulling this card may be a sign that you are here to birth one of those creations into the world, or perhaps you are being called to make a shift in your life in order to be of service. Don't think too much about it. Instead, repeat the following work like light activation. I surrender to my awakening. I allow the Shakti energy to rise from the base of my spine. I open myself up to the universe, using me in a way that delights my mind, body, and spirit. Okay? These people are in need. And you are the onboarding team that's been assigned to them. You have your own missions. Don't lose sight of those missions. But you're being asked to kind of train the new recruits right now, if that makes sense. So just keep that in mind. Keep that open as you speak, as you put yourself out there, as you do the thing that you've been called to do. There's some energetic tethering that's going on where you've moved to such a level that you're now starting to pull whoever and whatever is on the end of that thread. They're being forced to elevate with you. So that's amazing. But it's just to remember that in your own thing, something's happening right now to the next level, and what you do matters. Good luck. I love you.